The Alamo. Few places on the American landscape immediately bring forth such feelings of patriotism and awe. For 13 days in 1836, a small band of rebels held this place against the army of Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna, the president of Mexico. On the morning of March 6th, though, a dawn attack on the old mission overwhelmed the garrison. Many visitors to the Alamo today are surprised to find it surrounded by tall buildings and busy streets. The old mission compound is still here, if you know where to look. The building that most people think of as the Alamo is actually just one of many structures that made up Mission San Antonio de Valero. Construction began on the present church around 1756, nearly 30 years after the Franciscans first came here. Work continued on the church, but the building still had no roof when the mission was closed in 1793. During the siege and battle, several pieces of artillery sat atop an earthen platform located at the east end of the church. The small rooms near the entrance were used as powder magazines. A side room was used as quarters for some of the wives and children belonging to the garrison. In front of the church lay the old mission cemetery. A log palisade had been constructed across the open ground. One source claimed that Colonel William Barrett Travis assigned this post to David Crockett to defend. Several witnesses reported seeing his body in front of the church at the end of the battle. A low planter marks the location where the low barrack once stood. This building was divided into several small rooms. It is here that historians believe James Bowie had his quarters and was killed in his sickbed during the attack. The low barrack also housed the gated archway that served as the main entrance into the compound. An earthen and log lunette had been built to guard the entrance. The location of the southwest corner of the mission is marked by low walls near the walkway that leads to the modern Riverwalk. There were originally a series of stone and adobe houses that made up the west wall of the old mission compound. These houses were used by the Indians who had come to the mission to live. The house at the southwest corner belonged to the Lozoya family. Their son, Toribio, fought against Santa Anna as a member of the Alamo's garrison. His family's house had been converted into an artillery platform on which the famous 18-pounder sat. An irrigation ditch, or acequia, ran in front of the mission housing, bringing water directly into the compound. Santa Anna attempted to cut off the acequia during the siege, hoping to deny the defenders water. Today, a line of gray stone marks the location of the acequia. The north wall of the compound was located where the U.S. courthouse and post office now stands. According to one witness, Colonel Travis was killed on the north wall shortly after the final attack began. Capturing the north wall was the main objective of Santa Anna's soldiers. The long barrack is the oldest remaining portion of the mission. It originally served as quarters for the Franciscan missionaries. Several companies of the garrison used it as a barracks. A small hospital was located in an upper-story room. Many of the defenders fell back into this building when the walls were captured. The long barrack was seen to brutal hand-to-hand fighting as Santa Anna soldiers fought their way inside. Convento Courtyard once served as the courtyard for the Franciscan missionaries who lived and worked at San Antonio de Valero. During the siege and battle, though, the area had been turned into a pen for livestock. Cavalry Courtyard also served as a stock pen during the siege and battle. Today, it is used as a gathering area where visitors come to hear about the Alamo's history. Several of the cannons were actually used by the Texans to defend the Alamo in 1836. More than 2.5 million people come to the Alamo each year to remember the famous battle and learn more about the men who gave their lives to help win Texas independence.